You don't face your fears. You ride them.
Do you expect Tyler to be like riding a tornado with a lasso?
Like Pecos Bill?
Yeah, with his hat in his hand. Cause they do some crazy shit with these tornadoes.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Oh, Martin.
Yes.
Thank God for these tornado chasers out here, man.
Right?
Risking their lives to figure out how to stop these tornadoes out there, because apparently they're sentient creatures.
What would we do without them?
They are, exactly. These tornadoes are actual sentient creatures who have some personal beef with small town America. You didn't know that, did you?
I did know that.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that.
No, they thought it was a force of nature. No, they are actual creatures who are assholes. And they got, for some reason, they do not like white people in middle America. I don't know why, but that's why we got these tornado chasers out there.
Perhaps the tornadoes are the souls of slaves.
Maybe so. Thank God we have these tornado chasers trying to solve the problem, man. Like Kate Cooper right here, played by Daisy Edgar Jones. She's also made it personal against these tornadoes because she suffered from loss from these asshole tornadoes out here. And she wants to save lives now so that people don't have to go through what she went through. Unlike tornado wrangler, Tyler. Where's Tyler at?
He's in it for the likes.
Yeah, he with his cocky ass. Tyler right here, played by Glenn Powell. Yeah, he's in it just for the YouTube views and the likes and the clout out there. Boy, these two couldn't be more different, man, which means that they'll probably hook up. Have their own little love tornado going on. Oh, in the middle of them trying to figure out how to get laid with each other, can they figure out also how to stop these tornadoes, even though they have different approaches to them? Let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer for Twisters.
You don't face your fears. You ride them.
Do you expect Tyler to be like riding a tornado with a lasso?
Like Pecos Bill?
Yeah, with his hat in his hand. Cause they do some crazy shit with these tornadoes.
Yeah.
I mean, look, somebody got to die. You know, in these movies, I mean, that's legit. We don't see somebody sucked up into a tornado.
I mean, for a movie about tornadoes, it's got a low body count.
It does. It does. Except for all those sexy bodies with Tyler and his crew and Kate and all this sexual tension going on between these people. Shit, even Anthony Ramos trying to give that ass a little bit.
I know.
Hey, I want you to come help me with tornadoes. Nah, you want some help with that dick is what you want. Tornado in your pants. Hey, Kate, it's been a while. Anthony Ramos plays Javi, man. And you'll tell you, I will say this. What I really love about this movie is that they didn't try to force some connection between the original and this.
Right. Yeah, because I was talking to somebody who was like, oh, I can't believe they didn't have Helen Hunt play her mom. And I was like, I would have hated that, actually. Because so many of these, sequels that come way after the fact always try to make a connection. And I was like, I'm actually really glad they didn't do that.
Yeah, no, I'm glad too, man. Between the first movie and this, there's no connection. The first one came out in 1996, and now it's considered to be a classic, even though some people are divided on it. But
I thought it was dumb.
Yeah, no, I thought it was kind of dumb too, but a lot of people love this movie, and so no, Bill Paxton ain't mentioned. Helen Hunt is not the mom.
Mm-mm.
Nobody even knows these two exist.
Right.
And the reason why that's cool is because, like you were saying, this makes us avoid feeling like an outdated sequel, because that's what's happening these days. You got sequels that come out 20, 30 years later. This was damn near 30 years later. And people don't care. Yeah. I mean, they have one Independence Day.
Right. And then all the Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah, exactly. So this one, I wouldn't say that this is exactly an anthology, but it's a completely different story that stands completely on its own. And I love that about this. The only thing that's probably even remotely connected to this is that I think they might still be talking about the technology from the old one, or they're still mentioning the Wizard of Oz.
Oh, yeah. I think you can't have tornadoes, especially in the Midwest, without mentioning the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah. So they have this technology that's set up, and it's cool, some of the tech that they have. There's two groups of people. You got Anthony Ramos, who's Harvey. He's got a new group of college boys that are out there who
professionals.
Yeah, exactly.
They got the money.
Yeah, they got pretty much just overeducated weatherman out there. They got these panels that will do a 3D read. Capture 3D image of a tornado, which will help them study tornadoes and predict when they will happen. And then they got these things that fly into the tornadoes and read it. And Tyler, I don't know what Tyler's doing.
Tyler's got a YouTube channel.
He just got a YouTube channel. That's it.
But the thing about Tyler is these guys all over here are collecting scientific data, and that's all great. But Tyler's, driving into the middle and shooting off fireworks.
Hell yeah.
And that is cool. As much as they tried to put him down, this Maverick, he's all in the way. I was like, I don't know, man. This thing he's doing.
Hell yeah.
This is kind of awesome.
That's why he's got 5 million subscribers on YouTube. Yeah. And Hobby's group only got about 100. This, the way I would describe it, is probably it's a lot of things in one, at least 3 things. It's a disaster movie with little bits of rom-com in there that's also treated like a damn creature feature. Like these tornadoes, man, they're kaiju. No,
there was a point where I totally felt a Godzilla vibe.
Yeah. These might as well be creatures attacking Japan. Now, it's funny because in the original Twister, I think what they did that was cool is that they had tornadoes with different personalities. They had tornadoes. Some of them were playful. Some of them were mischievous. It's like everybody remembers the one that just kind of picked up a cow and played with it.
Yeah. We can't attack this thing from the south. We're gonna get rolled.
For real?
Another cow.
Actually, I think that was the same one.
Help me.
And nobody gonna help me.
No. That cow. Some people say that cow is like people's favorite character from Twister.
Oh yeah.
There was a girl last night at the screening dressed up like that cow.
Oh yeah, she was sitting right by me. Yeah. Not right by me. She was sitting next to me.
That cow is considered to be a character.
Yeah.
From Twister. So you got those smaller tornadoes that were just kind of playing around, and of course, it ends up leading to the final boss. The big ass tornado that chases your ass down.
That F5.
That horse. But here, every tornado, I'm not joking, every tornado's an asshole. Yeah, every tornado in this movie, man, is roaring. They act like kaiju is roaring while it's eating people.
Yeah.
It like I said, doesn't make it seem like these tornadoes are a force of nature. It makes it seem like they're sentient creatures attacking these small towns on purpose. What they have against these people, I don't know, man. And I say this because in this movie, it's like they plan for this shit.
Oh, the tornadoes?
The tornadoes. They plan, they sit back and wait for people to have a rodeo. They wait for people to have like a street festival.
A street festival, a baseball game.
They up a kid's baseball game in this, man. Like there's a tornado not every day, every hour. And he's telling, how are y'all rebuilding this, man? There's a point where Anthony Ramos, his character in the movie, even says, now they're going after the people we love. We gotta stop this. It's like, okay, these are not, they're not real creatures, but that's how these movies have always treated them. And that, and that's always been a dumb part of this movie, but also that's been one of the coolest parts of the movie. They set this up at the beginning too, where there's a F5 tornado that's going after college kids like this, like it's a slasher. And it's chasing those.
That's true. They're like, hey, I'm a virgin. I don't care.
Yeah.
You're all dying.
The only thing was missing was a big ass axe in the tornado's hand, a big ass knife. It chased them.
It did.
And you know what? I don't know what you felt about it. Like I say, it's at the beginning of the movie. Like this tornado's chasing their ass and is screaming and yelling. And I thought, now, you know what? You can, whatever you think about this movie, if you look at this movie just as a special effects spectacle, it knows how to set all that up. That's a brilliant way to begin this movie.
Well, it does. Well, especially when you got one of the teenagers saying like, man, I got struck by lightning before. You're like, yeah, I think it's about to happen again, bro. Oh, if you're lucky.
Oh, yeah. It's a great setup for the movie. It preps us for, what it does, it preps you for like and there it is. Look at this chase.
Okay, did you notice how like one of those guys, like the hunkiest guy, the boyfriend, looks so much like Zachary Levi?
Yes.
Yeah, because I was like, man, if lightning strikes him and he turns into Shazam, that'd be awesome.
Except he looked like the brown version of him.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be funny if it struck him and he turned white and then he's Zachary Levi. Yeah, this dude in the middle right here. Yeah, he looked like a brown.
He looks so much like him. Like it threw me off at first. So I was like, hold on a second. I know Zachary Levi's older than this. What the hell's going on?
I would almost say that this is probably blockbuster light. You know, it's not the biggest blockbusters that's come out there. It's kind of crept up on people in a way.
Yeah, but it's of all the movies we've seen, this is the one that is made for 4DX.
Yes, it is.
Because even in the shitty theater we saw it in, I can't stress that enough, how shitty the theater we saw it in with that low wattage bulb. I was like, man, this would be so much clearer if I was just watching it at home. Because one of the critics was complaining about the color palette. I was like, did you take into account like the projection that we got here?
Yeah, Mark, I'm gonna show you something. You saw the movie. We saw it last night. Now you remember how look when they would go to towns, it always looked overcast and cloudy.
Yes.
Now look at that right there.
Oh,
you see how bright that is?
Yes.
And that's on a shitty TV. You're looking at it. I'm looking at it on my monitor right here. It's even brighter.
Yeah.
We have this theater. I hate this theater, y'all. It's called the Gateway. I'm not even name it. I hate that theater. But even at that shitty theater, the sound was still cranked up.
The sound was cranked up.
And the visuals were amazing. People, that's what this movie is. I mean, it shouldn't be this way for all movies, but this movie really is not trying to tell that strong of a story. What it is like the whole purpose here is to just give you a sound and visual experience with these special effects and the sound engineering for this film. And I think it's great, man. Now, like I said, it's silly. I looked up some things about tornadoes. The average deaths of tornadoes are people who die by tornadoes is 55 people per year.
Okay.
And an F5 tornado is rare, and it usually is not hitting a big town or something, or even a small town. Yeah. It's out in a field somewhere.
Sure.
But in this movie, every tornado is an F4 or an F5. And
because why would we even deal with that F2?
Yeah, exactly. So these people go out, and that's the thing with this. You know, it's cool and thrilling to watch them go out and chase these F4, F5 tornadoes, but logically, that don't even make any sense because it would make these areas uninhabitable.
Yeah, you
would never rebuild this town because that tornado would strike again tomorrow. Mm-hmm. The way it was done here. You know, but that's the thing. They know we want to see. We want to see a tornado strike every 5 minutes. And the funny thing about this, to even add to furthermore to the creature feature analogy, people even die in this movie in dumb ways like they do in monster movies. They had one dude. You remember that dude? They were getting those people out this hotel. And there's a tornado right there. Now, realistically, these people shouldn't be able to even outrun it. They should have been sucked up the moment they walked out the hotel. But they all see a pool. They go and take cover. These dumb get in their truck and look like they're about to drive right by the tornado. Look at these dumbasses right here.
I mean, I get the sentiment, the idea that you might be able to outdrive the tornado if you're from out of town.
They live there. Yeah. And the tornado's right there.
Yeah,
you ain't gonna outrun that. You see the tornado's right there. Now your ass is gone if that's an F5. But they made it. But there's those people in that truck. You know, they're there just so it's one of those deaths where we have to see somebody die, right? Just to see how cool it is.
We have to show you how important it is that you stick with the heroes.
Exactly. Who, by the way, told them don't do that? And they're like,
Well, even the whole time they were like, man, they always tell us about tornadoes.
Yeah,
Ain't never
ain't nothing happening here. Drove
right by
practically
it.
drove into the tornado.
I gotta tell you what, if I was there, I wouldn't be like, no, don't. I'd be like, wait, I gotta see what's going on.
Yeah. Dumbasses.
Let's watch this shit.
Yeah. One of them old country ass people had too much faith in that truck. This F-150 gonna pick it. Oh!
Yeah, that's an F5, but this is an F-150.
Yeah. You know, that's the thing with this, man. You know, you have these tornadoes that are attacking like Godzilla every day, and it doesn't make any sense at all. But it's not realistic. But I mean, we know that we're here to see these tornadoes attack, and we're here to see things get destroyed, and it is effective. It's pretty scary when it happens.
Yeah. As much as I kind of poo-poo these things, I had to admit, like through some of these big action set pieces, I was there holding my breath the whole time. When it was done, I was like,
yeah.
Oh, I was like what do you call it? Grinding my teeth.
Yeah,
they're just tense.
Yeah. I was on edge the whole time, man.
And and good on them for setting in Oklahoma, which is a place where these tornadoes happen.
Exactly. It's light on character, but the characters that we have are exaggerated, which fits these characters if you're chasing tornadoes, because you're fucked up in the head or something anyway. If you are chasing tornadoes, driving right into
you got to be kind of out there, little gonzo, little on the fringe.
Exactly.
And hey, you just gather a bunch of fringe people and let's go. This is our group.
And and at first I'm not. You probably won't like the characters that much, like Tyler. Tyler starts off the movie yelling his ass off. Like for the first 10 minutes, his dialogue is, whoa, whoa, tornado, whoa. Him and his buddies, all of them, like the goddamn Three Stooges. Yeah. But plus these characters are exaggerated in like real, almost like comic book kind of ways. Like he is a cowboy tornado wrangler, man. He's a tornado wrangling cowboy. And she pretty much has some kind of psychic power where she can just read tornadoes. She's like a tornado whisperer. So you get and you get these two together, man. Now, after they've established Kate's backstory, and with Javi's straight-laced college boys, and you meet Tyler's misfits, that's when you get these two getting together. And even though their characters are light, those two actors, they work well together. I like them. They
really do, because there's early on it's more cartoonish with all the characters. Everybody's extreme, but the more they, I appreciate that the movie stopped to like really dig into them. When you go like, all right, Tyler has all this bluster, but that's just his YouTube personality. And between the two of them, once they start to get together and realize like what they have in common, it works. It works as a character piece.
Well, I think it works because this isn't a straightforward rom-com. You got the tornado stuff to come in and break it up before it gets too sappy. It's almost like the tornadoes coming, hey, stop all that love shit right here. It's like
right.
Like it doesn't get real. It doesn't go deep into the romance, but the flirting is cool.
The flirting is cool, and also the whole thing of Javi on the outside, where you're like, did you bring her here because she could do her job? Or you like hoping to get in there once her boyfriend was gone? But I love that how that's always looming, but they don't actually like put a period on it. They don't make it like you can read between the lines. It's obviously there.
Oh yeah.
But they aren't making it a thing.
And that's the funny thing too, is like, shit, once Glenn Powell comes in, first of all, Glenn Powell, he's so popular right now because he just has so much charisma.
Yeah.
And you look at when he comes in, like, Javi, you ain't, man, look, give that shit up.
No,
you ain't got nothing on him.
That'd be the thing. If there's some girl you always had a crush on and you brought her around and then you like went to the store, you came back and she was talking to him, you'd be like,
man, that's like, give that shit up, man. You ain't got a chance. You ain't got nothing on. You ain't got nothing on Tyler, man.
Man, that bitch anyway, huh?
Because Tyler was kind of like, our hobby is like, man, ain't nothing but rednecks with a YouTube channel. Like, nah, that motherfucker game is what you got, and you don't. But the flirting with them is cool because, again, it's not like typical rom-com flirting. The competitiveness between them is what the flirting is.
Yes, it doesn't fall into what rom-coms do, where it's like, well, we're the two most attractive people in the movie, so I guess we got to start making out.
Yeah.
And it just never falls into that.
No, it's that they always keep in mind that this is a tornado movie. So their flirting is them having different approaches of how they'll go about trying to find tornadoes and study them and who's the smartest right here. But really, you know, there's sort of some small sexual tension right there. But again, it's these two are very good at it, and they got very good chemistry together.
You didn't say which way we were going yet.
Moisture, wind shear, instability. All the things you need to give Ben a good show.
Yeah, he like that. I like a girl plays hard to get. Yeah, they really are good. She's a British actor, by the way.
Oh, Daisy?
Yeah. And really, in a way, you're talking about how, you know, everything in the movie is there to set them up or prop them up. And that's true with the other characters. Like, Tyler's team is a lot of fun. Some people might recognize from other movies. They even have one guy from that band TV on the Radio.
Oh yeah, no. I was excited to see him. Tunde Adempe or Abempe.
Yeah, that's his. Let me see here. Twisters. Yeah, there's this guy who was in this movie that we saw years ago.
Yeah,
Jump Tomorrow.
Jump Tomorrow. Yeah.
And hold on. And he.
Adebempe? Yeah, I think this is Tunde Adebempe.
Tunde Adebempe. Yeah, he this guy's from this band called TV on the Radio, and we hadn't seen him. I hadn't seen him act in years. And let's see, this is him right here, and he has a small part. But the cool thing about the movie is that, and there he is right there. It was cool seeing this guy act again. Mm-hmm. Cool thing about Tyler's team, including people like this guy right here, you know, they are there to prop up Tyler. They are there to just kind of support him, and then you know, and Kate in a certain way, you know, make them shine. But each of them gets like a line or two. They're likable.
I thought they got enough to where if one of them got sucked in by a tornado, I would have felt sad.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're all likable. They get enough lines where they're not really main characters. You don't know anything about them, but you do like them.
Yeah, they're not so generic that you're like, yeah, I don't care about you.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I really liked his team, but you know, it doesn't matter really because the stars are the tornadoes. You know, that's what everybody's there to see.
That's true. It does, like the movie never loses focus that the tornadoes are the stars.
Yeah, the stars are the tornadoes. You know, this is a true spectacle film. Listen, you just go to this movie. Like I said, it's respectable that they put just enough story in there and enough character to be a movie. Mm-hmm. You know, they did the bare minimum, but it's not terrible. But you know, this movie it's just there to give you sensory overload, man. You know, story and the dialogue are all forgettable. This movie is just an excuse for showing pure, raw destruction. And that's why we're there. Everybody loves seeing, you know, big objects that weigh tons being picked up easily and thrown into like massive buildings, you know, and things crumbling. It's fun to see people, as bad as it may sound, it's fun to see people get sucked up by a tornado, never to be seen again.
Right.
know?
I mean, that's why it's fun when Godzilla shows up.
Exactly. That's what these movies are. They kind of, this movie is pretty much like a Godzilla movie, man, except it's damn wind tunnels instead of kaiju. Yeah, man. You know, it's terrifying. It's exciting to watch. You know, and those scenes, they deliver them thrills, man. You know, it gives the kind of enjoyment that you want from going to the theater. Mm-hmm. You're like, you know, I'm not going to sit up here and be one of those guys who's going to sit up here and nitpick on story and character and all that kind of stuff. This delivers where exactly it needs to. It's giving us, you know, man, listen, if you're going in here expecting this to have some sort of deep story or something, I don't know. Wrong with you. It never tried to say we had that.
It is called Twisters, and it's a sequel to Twister.
Exactly.
Which was a really dumbass movie.
And this is a dumbass movie, but it's entertaining as hell.
It's turning fast!
How we looking? I think I killed some chickens.
Man, this is the movie that you go to watch at IMAX. Like, again, is it a great movie? No. Is it a great experience? Yeah. You know, if you go see it at IMAX or a nice theater with nice sound and a good screen, then yeah, man, this is the kind of movie that you go just for that. Also, these kind of disaster movies, they work on a different level than other blockbusters, like, you know, like superhero movies or sci-fi, because, you know, there's a detachment with those. man, you know, this seems closer to reality.
Sure.
You know,
and
these are tornadoes are real. We've seen their destruction. We know what they can do. We've been scared by the emergency warnings.
Right.
We've heard that horn go off. You know, this is real.
And with global warming, this is happening more and more often.
Yeah.
And in Oklahoma, they're like, well, shit, this is just a Tuesday for us.
This is the real world kaijus right here.
Yeah.
These are our Godzillas right here. You know, in this movie. If you're looking for more, then I think that you really are going in with too much of a high expectation. But that still, you know, doesn't mean that, like I said, you know, bad dialogue sometimes, forgettable script, it still counts for points off. So I'll be giving this a matinee. But I really did enjoy the movie a lot. I enjoyed it just for, like I said, I enjoyed it just for the experience. I loved watching it. I'm glad the sound was turned up. Even in that shitty theater, the sound was working. So I can only imagine what it's gonna be like if you go see it in the proper conditions.
Right. Yeah, like I said, it's a 4DX movie where you can get it whatever bells and whistles, the seat moving, them blowing wind or water in your face. Yeah, that'll really do it. Yeah, I kind of went in with low expectations because, man, I did not like the first Twister at all. I just like, okay, it's fine spectacle, but it's really dumb. And here, as much as I was like starting out going like, man, y'all are manufacturing conflict, I was like, you know what? You actually got a good thing going on here. I'm liking all the characters. And I mean, all of them. If you dig in, everybody's doing what they think they need to do. And I dug that. And of course, our two leads, Daisy Edgar Jones and Glenn Powell, there's a point halfway through the movie where they kind of take away the shine from the tornadoes because it's all about them. And man, they got such a good thing going on between the two of them. I mean, everybody's on, you know, Glenn Powell's dick lately, but you know, he's kind of killing it, you know, for the moment.
He is. No, he really is.
It's
a perfect role for him.
It is a perfect role for him. And the two of them play off well against each other. And then whatever Javi's bringing to it, that's also interesting. The effects with the tornadoes are fantastic. You like the crew. You got to get to know some of everybody. You know, I mean, one thing that it was kind of like a weird thing to me, a negative, where they would go like, hey, we can't chase these storms. We got to go help these people and show them what to do. And I was like, y'all just two people. How you going to save this town if they can't figure out how to save themselves? Yeah. But it is a thing where, you know, the idea is like, well, they live in Oklahoma. They know what to do with tornadoes. But I grew up in Houston where every time it rained, it would flood and people would still every time get their cars stuck in water, no matter how much they said don't do that. So I was like, yeah, this happens, but it really delivered on the thrills. Like I went in just like, I don't know, but halfway through I was like, man, this is giving me. I didn't come in here wanting stuff, and it's giving me more than I wanted. Yeah, and I'm really like I'm holding my breath during these scenes, and yeah, I think as kind of, you know, disaster movie blockbusters go, especially for a sequel that's 30 years after the fact, I don't know how much better you can do with this. Yeah, it's not perfect, but at the same time, if it went for more, that might be too much. I think it does just the right amount. And when it was all said and done, I was like, I gotta give it up to this. This is kind of like a low full price in as much as it gives you everything it said it was going to and a little bit more. Yeah, listen, it's so much about the tornadoes, and they know what they're doing well in this. They even had a villain in the movie. And they just dropped that. Yeah. They didn't even talk about that villain no more. This villain is nothing compared to these tornadoes. They had Superman in the movie. Yeah, that's right. And then tornadoes, Superman, they even overshadowed the dude that's being the new Superman. David Cornsweet. That his name, Cornsweet? Yeah. Damn, I just had a dude that stayed with me named Cornwell, and now you got Cornsweet. You know, it's funny because you think, oh, this dude's going to be the new Superman. He'll probably stand out. And it's like, yeah, he kind of does it. No, okay. I hope he's good at Superman because here he was like, all right. Well, what happened was he found out he was playing Superman while he was filming this. And he said, y'all should have told me earlier. I could have took on these tornadoes, man. Could have stopped all this. Yeah, spun the world back. Exactly. Well, you made it to the end of the video. That must mean you really like what we do. So if you do, check out these other videos just like this one. Check out our other YouTube channels and subscribe to join our wonderful Toasty community. And as always, stay toasty.